Good afternoon.
Committee for ASAL counties and in relation to the drought situation in the country. This is to bring to the attention of the country that the ASAL counties, almost all the ASAL counties are experiencing drought crisis. And this has been ongoing since November last year. The county government have been intervening at the county level with extensive water tracking and veterinary drug support to livestock and medical intervention, as well as relief food supplies. The situation has deteriorated because of the failed rains over the last season, and this is expected to continue into November. As such, we feel that there is need to create proper awareness now than when we start seeing, death of livestock or human beings, as well as or malnourished livestock or human beings in the near future, which is the trend in the past. There is an urgent need for all stakeholders to start upping up the game of trying to make sure that we respond in a timely manner by synergizing our efforts from the county government, the national government, and external stakeholders like donor organizations in time, in order to avert any situation that will not be very appealing to look at. In the past, as you're aware, we've had only responses to drought through media reports of death of human beings and livestock. Right now, the situation is deteriorating. The number of persons needing relief food support is increasing by the day. We want to request coordination of efforts because the national government has been sending limited relief food to the counties. However, this has not been coordinated well on the ground. We also want to specifically appeal. In the past, our agreement with the national government has been that the county governments deal with water tracking, veterinary livestock support, and pasture support where we buy fodder for livestock. And the national government was to do relief food support in the counties. However, this has not happened effectively, whereas we acknowledge the fact that the national government has been sending relief food, but in very small quantities that is not enough to support. County governments have been forced to complement that effort by intervening and buying relief food for distribution, and this has happened in many of the ASAL counties. However, what we want to request now that because the water tracking is going to be too extensive as it is, as the situation becomes very severe and extremely expensive, then we request the national government to increase the level of relief food intervention as well as appeal to donor organizations to come in time.
I want to ask the national government to increase the relief food. In Narok, we had prolonged drought, and this has brought a lot of Maasai people to move their cattle actually to parts of Nairobi and other areas. And the second thing is that we had food shortages. As you all know, Narok County is a food basket. But this time, because of drought and some diseases which affected our maize particularly, we are only able to harvest about 40% of what we are supposed to produce. Therefore, as a county, we also are experiencing food shortages. And I concur with my chairman that we need the national government to increase the relief food to the counties. Otherwise, as county government, the chairman has captured the intervention which we are going to make to ensure that at least we provide pasture and water to our pastoralist communities who are living in our county.
What you're asking about is the delay there was in finalizing of the two bills that are critical for disbursement of equitable share monies to the counties. This is the Division of Revenue Bill and the Allocation of Revenue Bill. Division of Revenue Bill is supposed to be consensual position of sorts between National Assembly and Senate. After they agree, it's supposed to go to the President for signature. Well, we have been informed that it is sitting with His Excellency for signature, and hopefully that should be signed, in due course today. Actually, I hope. After that, it will go to the Senate, and the Senate will do the horizontal allocation, which is more of a formality, because I think once the numbers are known, there's a constitutional formula that splits the sums between counties, so that shouldn't be too onerous. But of course, as the Council of Governors, would have loved that this be done like yesterday, and we'd actually forewarned Senate that this year things were going to be different from last year, because last year, same time, a lot of the workers that we are paying today were still in national government's payroll. They were not transferred to us. The counties were at very early forming stages, so the human resource was still very thin. The operations were still very thin, but now we're talking of county governments that have by and large formed and are running. So yes, there's a delay, but we believe it can still be expedited. But if there are delays in paying salaries here and there, then it's as a result of that.